stabbed me in the back, literally, not even metaphorically. And they'll be like, well, me and Michael are really good. You know what's my favorite step in a relationship? When I add him to my period tracking app. I'm famous. And then Michael like builds you a home with a crib in it.
What?
Sexism is not cool. It's like racism, but like women.
Hello, everyone. Welcome
back
to episode
Sweet and Sour.
50.
We were supposed to say the same words. We really didn't. Can we do
I
that
was just
again?
You know what?
Hi, everybody.
Really gonna. I'm
Together.
PMSing.
What?
I'm PMSing.
I'm on my period.
You're no. See,
I win.
No,
You
no,
lose.
you don't. You're pissing me off. Don't PMO.
Oh, Lily learning new.
The period before
PMS and
your
PMO go
period
together.
is worse than the actual period.
I agree with you.
Because you're like
PMSing is
baby
worse
mode.
than being on
Yeah,
your
you're.
period.
I just want to. I'm just angry all the
Okay,
time.
honey. Let's continue.
Don't patronize me.
Don't laugh. Don't breathe.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Sweet and Sour. We're keeping the intro the whole and the PMS part. This is episode 51. And I'm pissed off. Do you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because in the last video, I saw a comment where someone said that my blanket resembles ground pork. Now I need to throw it away. You were doing real good.
I was looking at your lips like, what the fuck is she gonna say?
And I started trying to sign to talk about
No, you were. And I was like torn between ground beef or pork. And I thought you were gonna say
beef. They could have said
beef.
beef, but I think they said pork.
They said pork.
I mean, do you want another blanket? We have a green one.
Unfortunately, yes, but okay, we'll do green for now, but I don't want a green blanket every week.
Do you want this one?
Green is not part of my color palette.
You want this one?
Actually, that is part of my color palette.
I'll take the ground pork. I don't really care.
I don't know, man. Do you want to be the ground pork blanket girl?
Poki me, there's like a list of things I care about, and that must fall very, very low on that list. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Okay, I actually wanted your opinion on this. Oh my god, it does.
Oh my
look
god,
like
it does
ground
look like
pork.
ground pork.
Jesus.
Editor, can you pull up a picture of
Ground pork.
Ground pork. Okay, what? I've been in like a what's the word? Just like a slump recently. You know what I mean? Like a slump where I'm just like sad all the fucking time and I don't know why.
No.
Yeah. Oh, Binky, that's not your food.
Let's talk about it.
Well, me and Michael. I'm joking. I just wanted to clip farm.
I know that. You come right there.
Okay. I feel like I could like make up something completely just fake, and
Yeah, but
people would
please
just
don't.
roll with it. Like,
I know, but please don't.
okay, I won't.
Because I've also been sad recently. So this is our opportunity to be vulnerable.
Oh, but it'd be so funny if I led you down this like epically sad story, and you're like, and like, he did what? And at the very end,
Well, I know it's not a he did what. I know you're not sad about Michael. Unless?
no, not. Our relationship's really good. I don't really have anything to say about it. Sometimes, like, I'll be in like conversations with some girlfriends, and they'll have problems with their relationship, or we're talking about.
Sometimes she does this all the time. All the time.
Don't
Literally, our friend will be like, this guy was so terrible, and he threw away all of my stuff and slept with my best friend and stabbed me in the back. Literally, not even metaphorically. And they'll be like, that's crazy. Well, me and Michael are really good.
Wait, I don't even say that. Wait, let me explain. Let me explain, because that's obnoxious. Okay, sometimes people are talking. They're girlies talking about boys, right? And like what shitty things guys do, blah blah blah. I'm just sitting there, like, trying to, like, obviously offering, and for a comedic moment,
Yes.
in the middle of it, I'll be like, well, no one asked, but me and Michael are doing great.
Lily, I agree. It's always for comedic
It's always for
effect.
comedic
I take
effect.
it comedically. Everyone takes it comedically.
I'm really glad, because
So don't
I
take
never
this as
take it.
shade.
I never do that seriously, because
Also, when shit is really bad,
I don't even
she
mention
knows not to say
Michael.
yes.
Bro, never. Speaking of relationships,
Yeah? Aren't we speaking about being sad? Hello?
oh, sorry,
Sad first, relationships after.
sad.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, but I've been I just got back from New Jersey. I visited my parents, which is always nice.
How's your mom?
Mom's doing
Did you
good.
say hi for me?
I did.
Yay! I love her.
They always buy me like socks and underwear and bras and like very practical things that I really appreciate.
As parents tend to do.
She's always like, throw away all your old socks and let me buy you full new ones. I'm like, Mom, these are socks. I can wear them for years. But she'll always want to like replace things.
Cute.
I'm like, I don't need them replaced.
I also think sometimes parents don't know what to get you, so it's just easy to get you things that everybody has to use.
See, that's funny because I have told my mom exactly what I wanted, right? She's like always like, oh, what do you want for your birthday? What do you blah, blah, blah. And I've told her, I was very specific. I even linked her these paintbrushes, canvases. And then a week later, so what do you think about this bag? No, it's really funny though. I think she shows her love. They're like, she really loves like these designer bags and stuff, like very Korean mom, like, you know.
I do think some people are very, they like to show love in their specific way.
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
they're like, I like to get someone this thing, or I like to show love in this way. That's it.
I used to be confused because I'm like, what do I do with these things that I don't quite, you know what I mean? Like,
all she wants you to do is accept them.
Yeah, so I've
take it.
I've accepted it. Sometimes, hey, I use it too. Sometimes, once in a while.
Sometimes.
It's just,
hey, hypothetically, how would you feel if you're dating someone? Your birthday's coming up.
Okay.
You tell them, hey,
it's my birthday coming up.
My birthday's coming up. I really want this bag.
Okay.
Let's say, hypothetically, it's like a Louis Vuitton bag. Okay, you're like, I really want this bag. Okay. Your boyfriend, who is notoriously a mama's boy, buys the bag for his mom.
That'd be crazy, man.
Before your birthday.
I would be really confused.
Okay. You see all of this happen. Okay, you go, oh my God, that's so great. Like, you're gonna get me one too, right? And he goes, no, that's too expensive.
Has this happened to you? You're like saying this like so like no, like this is like what you went through.
Thankfully, no. Though I do have a similar experience. This happened on like a reality TV show.
Oh my God, what the fuck kind of fuckity-wuckity kind of situation is that?
It's one of those TV shows that follows couples where like the boy is like such a mama's boy.
Dude, there's so many,
like,
not even like reality TV, but I always read online about, you know, mother-in-laws, like nightmare mother-in-laws sort of things. Dude, I don't know what I would do. Like, I'm trying to imagine, like, yo, Michael, I really want this.
Sounds like staff has something to say.
They're whispering so hard right now, guys.
Go ahead, speak up.
What do you want
This is a group activity.
We're yapping about mama boys, and that like if it's like a only child boy, it's like he's more toxic than like a mama's boy that has siblings.
I do think that's true. But sorry, you were saying?
I forgot.
You're saying, I can't imagine if Michael Reeves was like treating his mom, and I was like, Michael, something.
Well, you have such incredible memory. Like, you
Is
have
that sarcastic?
No,
I remembered, but
you have incredible
not
memory.
verbatim. Oh, thank you.
It's good. And not only that, you're like beautiful too and rich. Fuck.
Say one more word, we're gonna have to kiss.
Okay. Shutting up now.
I mean, you already said okay, so you said like 3 words.
I should have let it go silent.
Anyways, yeah, mama's boys, I agree. I think if they're an only child, 1, that tends to be more common, and 2, tends to be way worse.
Do you feel there's a lot of mama's boys in, like, maybe I'm wrong, Korea?
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Like
I feel like Daniel's also a mama's boy.
Yeah, a little bit. But he's been pretty independent recently, I feel.
I also feel like if a guy has certain issues with his mom, he's going to project those same issues onto you. I've seen this time and time again. Guys who keep a lot of shit from their moms, like who are very performative with their moms, they might be performative with you too. Or guys who have trauma from their moms, they will project that onto you too.
I think too, there's been a lot of like TikToks I've seen where it's like where the relationship is uncomfortably close with like a mom and a son. I don't know, like, so there's one side where it's like, even if you're married, the son is still choosing the mom over the wife, and like they could be having kids and stuff, and still like there's I've seen like a lot of scenarios like that, and then I've also seen stuff where like the mom is very jealous of the son's girlfriends and stuff like that, or like
why are you jealous of your son's girlfriend? Are you trying to date your son?
yeah, it's so weird because I think during prom season,
your son?
There was so many like TikToks of like mama's boys like taking photos with the son, posing with the son, and then like not including any photos of the son and their girlfriend and stuff like that. So it's very, very icky sometimes. It could get very icky.
Saw some TikToks where it was like, what's your priority, right? Regarding like your child, your spouse, and your mother. And then I think a lot of people think it should be your spouse first, then child, then mother. But some people think, of course, my mom first, above all else. And then what spouse or child, and then the spouse. Well, some people think
that's
child
a great
above
question.
Yeah. But people are arguing, which I kind of agree with, that you put your spouse first so the child can see that you are putting them first. So when the child grows up, they'll learn to put who they love first as well, or something like that. Lead by example. The only wrong answer is the mother. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Like above your own partner and your child.
Your own kid, both
is a little.
Both. For me, how I grew up, and I wonder what you think of this system. I grew up in a family where I felt like to our mother, it was always kids first, spouse, everybody else.
Yeah.
However, to my dad, it was spouse, kids, everybody else. And I remember this because of a specific experience and instance that we had with my father. In middle school, my mom was very sick. I don't want to say too many details because I feel like that's her story to share. She was very, very sick. To be fair, I was so young. I feel like I didn't really internalize how sick she was. And it was just one random day where my brother and I were fighting. We were like disagreeing with our mom or not listening to her or whatever. And it was maybe the only time in my life that my dad like flipped shit. Like was so angry. Like raised his voice, and he doesn't really do that. And he was like, how dare you guys like argue and fight like this in front of your mom? How dare you treat her this way after what she's going through? And one, we did need to be put in our places in that moment, to be honest. So thank you, Dad. Two, I feel like I'm really glad I experienced that because I think it's important for parents to show up as a united front in front of their kids. And I think it's really sweet, especially when like a husband stands up for his wife, especially because I think sometimes, typically or stereotypically, the mom tends to be like more sweet, more forgiving, and sometimes the father will like set the ground rules. So I feel like that was kind of the dynamic that I grew up in. But I agree. I think either one of those orders is okay. But putting your mom above your spouse and your kids is like,
But you know people's situations, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you know
Mm.
our English teacher and gym teacher got engaged? Did you know that?
I did
Oh my
hear.
god, I'm so excited for her new album. Are you excited?
I guess.
Oh my god. Travis said he like, oh my god, imagine being Taylor Swift's fiance and being able to listen to her entire album before it's public. I am like so jealous.
I mean, yeah. Wait, sorry, two things. One, back to the past point.
Oh, sorry.
One time I was seeing a guy who had really bad mommy issues, like so bad that it projected a fear of abandonment onto me because his mom kind of abandoned him. Yeah, and so not the fake gas.
No, I was already thinking. I was thinking of what I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. And because of that, he became insanely controlling, and he thought that like it built up over a couple months, and it got to the point where like I couldn't be away from him for even like a day, or he would like just freak out or have a meltdown of sorts. Like he was a little bit
A little
like
kooky,
ill.
huh?
Yeah, he was a little ill. a little kooky. But I do think it's important for us girly pops, for everybody to consider a person's dynamic with their parents before engaging romantically.
Speaking of parents, oh god, I wonder if Travis and Dr. are gonna have kids.
Okay, I actually think it's so cute. I'm so happy for them. I almost wish. Oh, I hate to say it, it's so parasocial, but like I wish we knew more about their relationship. Wait, did anybody listen to that podcast they did together?
I didn't listen to it fully. I saw a bunch of clips, but it turns out that he might have proposed that same day. So there's a clip on the podcast.
He said, "Babe, will you be on my podcast? Oh, and will you marry me?"
It's actually so cute because there's a clip on the podcast where she refers to him as her boyfriend, and he like smirks to the camera.
That's
cute.
That is some.
That's some nice foreshadowing. I like that.
And apparently they were gonna go to dinner together, and he's like, "Oh, let's go have a glass of wine and go on a walk real quick." And then boom.
That's cute. Hope they're happy.
Likewise. Also, how old is Taylor Swift again? I think
35.
she's 30. I thought she was 34. She's
34,
35?
35. I don't remember.
I think getting engaged at 35 is so hot. That makes me very happy.
Well, they're both 35. Wait, that's so cute.
Aw.
I wish them all happiness.
I also think it's nice because she's a role model to so many people. And I often feel like women feel such a pressure to marry in their 20s. So it's cool to see, frankly, not just her, many, many, many celebs. I feel like nowadays they get married, have kids, etc. at like 35 to 45. And maybe that'll be in the cards for me someday. Smirks to camera.
I wanted to get married, not because I want her to find true love, which I do, obviously, but because that wedding's going to be super lit.
So true.
It's going to be so lit.
Everyone will get a wedding ring.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't that be fun?
You're the type of person to do that, yeah.
And then I would like pick out different gems for everybody depending on their personality and how I feel about them.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't
Okay.
that be cute?
Bougie.
Do you guys know like the discourse of around the summer I turned pretty?
No.
Okay.
But tell us more.
So the
Also,
summer.
wait, sorry. You Google. I just want a side note. The Uber drive here was really something. And I have felt nauseous since. Like, I really want to throw up. So, to the audience, chat, chicken nuggets, if I look weird, just know that's why. Like, I'm processing a headache and motion sickness right now. But yes, please tell us while I stretch.
Okay, so this is a show. It follows this girl named Belly and two of her childhood friends, Jeremiah and Conrad. Now, it's in its final season, and she gets engaged with one of them. I won't like give too many details in case you guys, do watch it and stuff. But when you were saying how like, oh, I'll give them a ring based on like how much I like them and stuff like that, I just envisioned this one because everyone was like, because they got engaged before she turned 21. So the parents were very much so not in support of it. Mm-hmm. And this also came after the fact that he cheated on her and he was apologizing. And so me and my friends were like,
Did she say yes?
She did say yes.
Turn the show off. Cancel it.
Yeah.
And I say that as a joke because I know nothing about the show. Stans don't come for me. But I don't love that plot so far.
Everyone would agree with you because everyone was like, why would he propose after they just like,
Why would he cheat? And then she's like, okay.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's very crazy. But this was the ring he got her, and everyone was making fun of it for the longest time.
That was pretty.
It's very pretty, but I think they were just, it was talking about like because he's not financially secure. He's taking another, like all these things. So they're like, oh, he got her a cheap, quote unquote, cheap ring. And everyone was just like kind of dogging on the character because, he kind of did it after they reconciled, and he was like, okay, marry me. And she's like, oh my God, yes. But like,
it just happened too
fast.
fast.
My God, yes.
Like, you could have just waited.
Just, oh my God.
Yeah.
I actually also think the ring is cute. Can we click that and see how much it costs? I also think when you're 19, the fuck is you gonna buy? Don't buy anything. Don't get married at 19. Actually, this would make such a cute promise ring. That's what you should do. Especially, I don't know. listen, I'm not going to give y'all dating marriage advice when you're 19. You do whatever you want. But I would have recommended just calling it a promise ring.
It's $300.
It's actually, like, I kind of want to buy that ring.
It's really cute.
It's pretty cute.
I think it's super cute.
Everyone was just like roasting it though, because they're like, it just proves that they weren't ready. And then they're like, oh, you paid for it with your dad's credit card. It wasn't even like your own money. So
if it's not your own money, charge that shit up. Wait, can you guys look up Georgina?
Oh yeah.
My gosh, dude, that ring is
Girl, that's not a ring. That is not a diamond on that ring. That is a potato. Look at that.
no, literally.
Then again, if you're gonna date a guy for like 20 years, have like 6 of his kids, I would also want a diamond that fat.
People were like, the carrot size was like for each year that they were together. So that's why it was so big.
Yo, to be honest, this is one of the couples. Mind you, it's Cristiano Ronaldo and his fiancée, Georgina. And Georgina has 1 or 2 reality TV shows about her life. I think I've watched one. She seems really cool, like very interesting family, very interesting girl. It's giving Dynasty because that guy makes so much money. But I so wish I could know why they were together for so long and never got married until now. Because I think they have like 2 or 3 kids or something. Been together super long time. I don't think he's ever like doubted her or seemed like that type. But I feel like there's a really good reason why they never got married. I just don't know what it is.
Maybe they just didn't want to.
I think if they didn't want to, then maybe they wouldn't have at this point. And I'm not saying this with like a negative connotation because I'm sure they had their reasons. I say this purely out of curiosity in the sense that I feel like there must have been like a contractual or legal reason why.
I think also like another reason why I feel like his career, like he's more chilled now with his career. So I think like this was like the perfect opportunity for him to like have time where they can engage and plan. So, because I think he was so busy early on.
But also they had like 3 kids.
That is true.
Like kids are, can we be so for real for a moment? Kids are 10 times more of a commitment than considering yourself married to someone, in my humble opinion. I think it's a much, much, much bigger deal to choose to have a child with someone. Girl, a child, you can't annul a child once it's out of you.
I mean,
well, stop, don't say that.
what?
Not the adoption. Well, anyways.
Shove it back in.
Even then, like, it's still your kid. Even if you give him to someone else, it's still your kid. That's an 18-year-long commitment. Marriage, you get married. If it doesn't work out in 2 years, 6 months, 6 years, 60 years, you can always undo that shit, to be honest.
I was gonna say then, what makes it different than, okay, because I had this conversation kind of with someone who's Swedish, and he was explaining how it's not really that popular to get married because it's just a paperwork type thing. Like, so they just don't value that. So he knows a lot of people who have kids without getting married. And I'm like, oh, well, I think I'm used to the learnings of, you know, you got to get married before having kids and stuff like that. So very interesting perspective.
I think for me, I'm either not getting married and gonna have kids with someone, or I'm gonna get married, then I'm gonna have kids with someone. Either like I don't fuck with weddings at all, or I'm definitely having one before I birth your little child at my womb. Are you joking?
God, I'm so excited for the wedding arc and the
Thank you.
children arc.
Also, why was your gaze like burning into the side of my
Oh,
head
you were
for
just
a
doing.
second there? Oh,
So I was trying to match you.
I thought it was like a wedding related thing.
Oh no, no. Although I had a really funky idea, right?
Funky?
Well, Michael and I, when we talk about weddings, right? We were thinking he wants to marry in Hawaii, but I think we should marry in New Jersey.
So you're gonna do both, and you're gonna let me plan it. Wait, why do you want to get married in New Jersey?
I just think it's so funny going to our friends,
God, yes.
making all our friends come to New Jersey.
Yes,
Dude, it'd be the most funny thing ever. Like,
I like that.
oh, so funny. Like,
And you have to do it in a way where like the New Jersey like wedding is just so fucking jank. But then the Hawaii one is like super nice vacation, and someone can't choose just one. They have to go to both. They have to go to both, or they're not invited to the other one.
They have to come.
They gotta like really ride with you, really fuck with you.
They gotta come to
Bitch,
my hometown.
if you wasn't with me shooting in the gym, you know?
Huh?
Never mind.
What was that? Was that a reference to something in pop culture by any chance?
Yeah, like kind of. Okay, what do you think it means if
Type
someone...
shit.
What do you think it means?
You're eating down. You ate down, Poki. Clock it. Clock it.
Yes! Chat, you remembered which one. This is the applause.
Clock it.
This is clock it. Mm-hmm.
And applause.
And you are clocking it.
I'm clocking it.
I love that.
She taught me. I like to keep up with the trends of the youth.
Yes, ma'am. And I like to help her.
Anyway, what were we talking? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so funny. Making everyone go.
You're gonna, right?
That is so funny. I think it's going to be Hawaii.
Do both.
I don't want to. 2 weddings?
You only have one life.
I don't want to do 2 weddings. That seems annoying. Oh, my God. The New Jersey one's going to go out to people I
Sorry, you don't love. Or whimsy.
We should talk about
It's
this.
not about you, it's about me.
Yeah.
I want you to have 2 weddings.
This feels like a little projection going on. Let's talk about it, Poki.
What do you mean?
I'm going to invite all the people I don't like to New Jersey wedding.
Oh, that's so fun. Like,
That's so funny.
you know the classic quote retweet? You have the funniest, like you have an opportunity to do the funniest thing right now. Exactly.
my
And you're just like,
God.
no, I don't feel like it. It's your wedding. I'm more excited for your wedding than you are.
Well,
Live a little.
I
We're both on our periods. This is terrible.
whoa. Okay.
You're
First of all,
almost.
first
I
of all,
know.
first of all, I don't
I
want
don't
to hear
wanna
this from
pee
someone
you
who's
off.
actually on her period because literally your mood is way better than mine already because
You
I'm
don't
in,
know me.
I'm in my
You don't know my mood.
phase
You don't know my
before
hormones.
the period. Okay, well,
How would you know?
from the data that I've collected over the past few months,
Of myself or yours?
your cycle.
You know what's my favorite step in a relationship?
What?
When I add him to my period tracking app. And I will say only like one guy like super passed the vibe check with that because my period tracking app will even show like what are the best foods for me to eat, how I'm feeling during that time, what does that phase of my cycle mean? And he would just like order me food within those
Wow.
yeah. And then if I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like eating, he'll be like, don't forget, you should have some leafy greens like spinach.
That's
I
so
saw
cute.
some in your fridge. I'm like, damn, thank you.
Aw, that's cute.
It is very nice.
Damn.
It's some nice modern tech, modern
period
relationship
tracking.
tech.
All I told Michael is I'm in baby mode.
I'm baby moo. And then Michael like builds you a home with a crib in it.
What?
And then-
What?
But like an adult-sized crib.
Adult-sized
so you
crib?
can go in and he's like, oh, you're baby mode, huh? You're baby mode. Huh?
Yeah, I'm in baby mode.
That is such a Michael thing to do.
He did
Mhm.
when I smashed my head in the corner of the wall once really hard.
Mm-hmm.
He patted it, all the sharp walls in his room for me. Isn't that romantic?
You're in toddler mode.
I smacked it really hard. I think it scared him. Oh, I still
He
remember the
said,
pain.
We can't be losing any more friends.
Oh, hey, don't PMO.
No,
You're
I say
eating
that
up.
You're very cute. You're so cute. I love you with my whole heart. Genuinely.
Okay.
Oh, I would kill for you.
No. Yay.
And Tammy. And I
The
would think
Vinky.
about it for Binky. I would think about
The
it.
Vinky.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows his name. Dude, you know what I fucking love?
What?
Factor.
Wait, are you still doing keto?
Poki, am I ever doing any diet? Let's be
You're always
real.
doing a diet.
I was trying to go back on my no sugar after I broke it.
Yes.
But then they put matcha in on the desk next to me,
Mm.
and I drank all of it. And I know there's so much sugar.
Well, to be fair, you're going to play League of Legends, so it's good you got all that caffeine.
I do. And you know what? In order to play League of Legends, I need to nourish my brain cells. I
And
need
you know how you nourish your brain cells? By
Factor.
eating nutritious
Oh.
meals made by Factor.
Factor. Chef-prepped meals that are dietitian approved and delivered right to my door. And there's more than 65 weekly meals made for how I live, what I like to eat, and more ways to fit in a real meal wherever the day takes me, which is to League of Legends, to Summoner's Rift.
They've also added some Asian-inspired meals with bold flavors influenced by China,
I'm
Thailand,
Asian.
and more. I'm not, but a lot of people think I am. From more choices to better nutrition, that's why 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life.
I'm part of the 97%.
At factormeals.com/sweet, the letter N, sour 50 off. And use code sweet and sour 50 off to get 50% off your first box. Plus, a free breakfast for 1 whole year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
Clock it!
Thank you.
All right, back to our scheduled programming.
Jakura is over.
Okay, no.
And so is my faith in love and romance and relationships. And something healed, something someone check on case on. Next topic. I'm kidding. We should actually talk about it because I feel like Jakura, how it came to be, how it was, how it ended. There is so much to talk about in all of the above.
It was in
Shall
the
we?
span of like 2 months, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Crazy stuff.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
All I think about is they're both so young.
Yeah,
Like
and
they're
cute.
so young.
They're so
They're
young and
practically kids to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope they'll be okay. And people are kinder. I think some people are just really. Sorry,
Who's
who the
calling
fuck
you?
is texting me?
No one's allowed to call you except me and Michael. How much do you know about Jakura?
I know a fair bit. We can talk about that first then.
Like,
since
did
we
you
were on
watch
it.
the clips and stuff?
I watched her stream. Yeah. Okay. For me,
you watched the whole stream?
I didn't watch the whole stream.
Okay,
but I watched a bit of it.
let's do this commentary in 2 parts. One, let's fill everybody in. You say what you know, I say what I know, and then commentary.
It's this relationship born of content on stream by Jason Deween and Sakura.
Jason Derulo. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I'll do that later. Anyway, and then so basically it was a relationship born on stream, and they like did content with it, and a lot of people got invested and were rooting for them.
Mm-hmm.
But then Sakura ended up, I think they ended up breaking up because I don't think she could handle the amount of vitriol she was getting, and the pressure was immense, which I understand because you were getting like thousands of people commenting on your relationship. Not that I know what that's like.
Sorry to interject.
What's
But please help me clarify. I feel like from the clips that I saw, she said, you know, we met through content and it started off as that. We
yeah, but
started dating.
she said it was real.
No, I know. They started actually dating, and I can also attest, like, we see them off stream, and like clearly there was something going on there, and it was so cute.
There's something there.
And but I feel like she said because there was so much pressure and it was getting to be too much, they decided to cut down on the streaming aspect. I don't know if that's the reason that they ended up breaking up. Does that make sense?
I understand. For me, it sounded like she was like, she couldn't handle, like, there was just a lot of people, weird people hating pressure. It was just too much, and then they couldn't.
Yes, I do know that played a very, very large role. I'm just clarifying that I'm unsure whether that's the reason they broke up. And I don't know the reason they broke up. Okay, guys?
Whatever the reason,
don't read into this.
They are not together, I believe.
Yes.
Dude, you know what pissed me off, though? I think a Discord screenshot of hers got leaked.
That's what I was going to talk
about. And then one of it was her ex, right? And now, you know me. I don't think it's not a zero-sum game. Like, you cannot... How do I word this? I don't think it's fair to condemn everyone who communicates with their ex. You don't know people's situations. Like, that might be your boundary with your partner, and I think that's totally okay. A lot of people share that perspective. But other boundaries, other people's relationships, it's different, right?
I also think it's fine for it to be on a case-by-case basis.
Exactly.
Like, if it's an ex from the 2nd grade, like, why would anyone care? Or even if it's a recent ex, but, like, it's very evident to your current partner that there's nothing going on there, you guys can still be friends if it seems appropriate, if it is appropriate, if your partner's comfortable.
It's a case-by-case thing.
And is it Sakura or Sakura? It's Sakura?
Sakura.
I'll just say
The
Sakura.
Sakura is more American. Sakura is like the actual.
Sakura specifically said, like, one, her and her ex were only communicating about her, like, getting her stuff back from him or something like that. And 2, she even said like that has nothing to do with the situation. Jason was not like insecure about it. Like there is really, really nothing there. But by some magic, I swear to God, in the comment section of every TikTok that I see about this, is people saying she cheated on him. That she got caught with her ex.
The people commenting, it's like either a projection of your own insecurity or your lack of experience, because you're either a child or you haven't been in enough relationships to grow that empathy and understanding of what other people go through.
Even if you disagree, I am just shocked that misinformation like that spreads so rapidly. And also, it's like, okay, why are literally, guys, thousands of people are upvoting these comments that are just completely false.
It's because again, I feel like a lot of them are like children or something, because they don't know. It's like if your instant reaction to someone, oh, they're in contact with their ex, they must be cheating. Like, that's not how the world works, obviously, but I understand, especially in the comment section. There's a lot of people who don't have that life experience, or they just lack the empathy, which goes into the life experience, in my opinion, or they are insecure and they put themselves in that situation and they're like, oh, if I were in that situation, I wouldn't be comfortable. But I'm like, this isn't your relationship and this isn't your situation.
I also think a lot of people hear Jakura broke up, and then they hear leaked text with her ex, and then they put it together and they're like, oh, she cheated. But the thing is, for me, it just shocks me that for a relationship that is/was so public, and there is like clear documented proof or clips of them being like, no, this was not what happened, it is still circulating so much. And to me, it's sad. It's a reflection also of the kind of stuff that she must have had to deal with throughout all of this, where she is just the easier person to villainize because the entire audience, to be honest, is Jason's fans. So they want to side with him. It's easier for them to believe narratives that paint her as like the bad guy. So I really feel for her, and I think I just feel like she must have dealt with a lot.
I also think it's easier to villainize women a lot in like online relationships, and I have been through
especially if you're a male-dominated audience. They just have an easier time relating to the guy in a relationship.
It's always the woman who's like, oh, she used him, blah 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 blah, gold digger, whatever, her all sorts of blah blah blah. And I don't blame her for not being able to like handle that, because it's super fucking annoying. Like, these people will never fucking believe you. I read comments where it's like, oh my god, she made out with like this amount of money from Jason, blah blah. I'm like, I don't think she's thinking about that, bro. Like, it's, again,
I also
it's a lot of children though. I understand that too. So I'm trying to like, I just hope she's okay, you know.
Likewise, both of them.
I sent her a little DM.
Oh, like, that's sweet.
It reminds me of the whole like shipping arc in OTV, because I feel like it was so reminiscent of that, where I remember how pressuring and like how toxic that kind of part was. Do you remember the whole Toast thing where he had a ship name with like every single girl he interacted with? Mine was, the fuck was mine? But I remember he was like IRL streaming at Sundam. This was my like breaking point, where he was like, they've donated money for me to sit next to him, right? But I'm like, obviously I was not interested, right? Because I think I was like dating Albert. I don't remember. I don't remember the exact timeline actually, but it was somewhere around that fuzzy shipping period. And I didn't want to sit next to him because I'm like, that's weird. I'm not gonna do that. So I sat not next to him. Yeah. And I got so much hate from people who were like, we donated for you, blah blah blah. And then at that moment, I'm like, oh, this is bad.
I will be taking my leave.
I will be taking my leave, and I just bowed out of that whole shipping. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that. So when I got together with Michael, people were shipping us too. And I had to say again and again, please stop shipping us. He's like a brother to me. No, because I didn't want
I want to play that clip on your wedding day. Please stop shipping us. He's like a brother to me.
No, I said that so many times because...
You may now kiss the bride.
I didn't want our relationship to be born
Even if you are with someone, you cannot want shipping, to be honest.
I didn't want, but I even if I liked him, right, I didn't want it to be born out of people
pressure.
Shipping us into pressure, because I knew like that's not going to end well.
Yeah.
But it would look real silly though later.
Honestly, watching the way that this unfolded and the amount of hate that she's getting as she's like crying on stream, being like, I've been getting a lot of hate, and then it's just more misinformation, more false narratives. It's like, It's just sad to see, to be honest, one. And two, it's the very reason that I've never publicized any of my relationships. I don't want to have to ever be like, sorry guys, we broke up. Not that it's good or bad to do that. Sometimes that's just part of life.
I think, yeah, that's like your choice, you know?
Yeah, but I think it's extra difficult in this industry with this audience to be a girl and to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're dating another guy publicly. Oh, it's just okay. I don't remember. I don't think this was included in the final cut, but you know how I did a truth or drink with OTV? And it was facing toast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember what prompted. I don't remember the question that it was, and I don't think that this was included in the final cut again, but Toast said something along the lines of like, yeah, actually, in the past, I thought about what I would have to do if I was ever in like a public beef against you. And I actually thought it would be so easy to get people on my side or like to paint you as the bad guy. And I was like, that's fucking kooky. And he's like, well, yeah, but also because I've seen other people do it so easily. And I was like, oh, that's true. What?
And it's easy to villainize a woman.
And you know, to some extent, I hate to say it, it's almost not normal. It's almost natural. If it's like guys are just gonna have an easier time understanding the guy's perspective. And maybe if the audience was majority women, they like it would be flipped in that way. They would have an easier time relating to women or relating to the woman in a relationship. So yeah, that's something I unfortunately had to learn the hard way.
I think too, like I feel like it's like it was definitely a double-edged sword because Jason has been known to do kind of like these little dating for content types of things, but now that like especially because Jakura's like streams and stuff would do so many people were watching and stay tuned. Now I think it kind of fed a lot of fans who like think it's okay to be uncomfortably like pushy with ships and stuff. And so it's kind of like I was thinking a double-edged sword just because yes, like you can get views for this and your numbers will go up, but as soon as like a small mistake is that it doesn't even have to be a mistake, but something that like people can take the wrong way, there's so much backlash and it's mostly on the women. I've seen like other Valorant streamers kind of do this type of content because it's obviously working so well for Jason, trying to relay it back, and as soon as like the guy goes like with another girl, they just can hate on the past girl, like, and it's just so weird. Yeah, so because people have been doing like kind of like the similar concept but just with quote-unquote e-dating or like Valorant duos, and then they just like constantly compare both girls, like, oh, like she's so much better than the last girl, oh, like blah blah blah, and it's so disgusting. And I feel like
she's higher ranked than your other girl.
It's just so like frustrating to see because
she has a larger champ pool than Sage Kid. Like, what the fuck?
So I feel like it's unfortunately like pushing more toxicity, which although it might not be the creator's intent, is just if the fans feel openly to talk about it, I feel like at some point the creator should step in and like correct the behavior.
I agree. I mean, girl, we've been saying this for like 5 to 10 years. I think sometimes streamers, especially guy streamers, don't realize the power that they hold, especially when it comes to shipping. You need to understand that if a guy is being parasocial about another guy's relationship or shipping, it's because they want to be you, to be honest. They are living vicariously through you and your relationship because they want a relationship like that. So you need to be a good example, a good role model in that regard and say like, hey, maybe don't say XYZ things about this girl. Maybe don't behave this way. I have seen this sometimes. I have seen some male streamers not really do that. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, when you say like guys have the power to do a lot just by speaking up for people, like I still remember I was playing Among Us once, and I think I was in a lobby with PewDiePie or something. I don't know. He was there. And then he actually defended my voice or something. And I remember it meaning so much to me because I'm like, if someone as influential and a guy says something like that, people are more going to take him more seriously than if I say, hey guys, please stop being mean about my voice. I was born with it. I don't know what to do. You want me to fake my voice to be lower? But, it just means a lot.
Another funny instance like that? Oh my god, I don't even remember his name. There was this guy streamer who was outed for essentially dodging every single Valorant or CS:GO game.
I remember
where
this.
There's a girl. You guys remember? Every time he heard a female voice, he would pretend that his whole game crashed. And of course, over time, people realized. Also, I think he has a wife, and he was like, well, try to respect my wife or some shit like that. I don't know. But also, there were a lot of I think there were sexist or misogynistic comments he made that came out. Whatever. Long story short, I remember at the time, Tarek was someone who knew him, and he was also he is big in Valorant and big in CS:GO, so people really wanted him to speak out about it. And I remember he essentially was like, guys, sexism is not cool. It's like racism. But women instead of... No, but it was in a way...
I love Tarek.
In a way, it was beautiful because people were like, wait a second.
This Valorant player's got something.
Wait, he cooked at that.
Wait, that's so funny.
And on one hand, it was great that he spoke out and it was really impactful. And I think it's one of those things that really helps a community like FPS games be slightly more welcoming towards women. On the other hand, it did make me kind of sad that people could only wrap their heads around why misogyny would be bad when it was likened to racism. I mean, they're all bad, but yeah.
That's so funny.
Every few months, the video of Tarek's argument in the Valorant lobby with that person, I don't remember his name, but it always resurfaces because Zelsis was mediating, but he was just reacting to it on stream.
Is that not the most streamer shit ever? A council of FPS dudes coming together and being like,
I think,
should we play video games with girls?
Other girls?
Well, on one hand, is it kind of gay if we don't? But on the other hand, they're girls. Ew. What if they suck?
What are they in 3rd grade? That's such an elementary school.
Do you know the meme where it's those 3 little kids on YouTube? Wait, do you know it? Please look up. It's literally Google 3 kids YouTube thumbnail. Yes, this one.
That's so good.
But then they'll title it the most random thing. Okay, this is applicable. Is Fortnite actually overrated? But it would be this thumbnail, and then it would be are we approaching a recession? That's so good. It really is.
I do saying when you know how when guys are being boys when they hang out together and they're talking about stuff. Mm-hmm. I see it with Ludwig and Michael a lot when I hear their conversation.
Balls,
nutsack. It's just it's so it's kind
testicles.
It's kind of cute though when they talk. It's
it is,
endearing,
and I also don't think that necessarily has to be childish. I think
no,
we'll all have humor like that a little bit forever.
Yeah, of course.
Can we please look at the Miso Beef tweet?
Oh, right. Okay, so let me explain. Dude, Rosanna has had her foot on this guy's neck for the past... So anyway, Mr. Beast tweeted, according...
She ain't letting up. She ain't letting up.
According to this guy, a guy with 1 million followers is more influential than me. What did I do to piss off the Rolling Stone? And then he tweeted the picture of Caleb? Caleb? Right, it's Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is hilarious.
Yes.
Genuinely so funny and... Sorry.
No.
Don't get me started. I'll pop off after you're done.
I just don't think it was necessary. He deleted it, obviously, because he was getting a lot of backlash. But it's it was in such poor taste to tweet a picture of and then be implying that he doesn't, I deserve it more than him. It's just very poor sportsmanship sort of vibe, which is why people got upset.
You're being so sweet. Can I be sour?
Yes.
And you can tell me if we should cut any of this out.
Okay, I'll be sweet, you be sour. Go.
If Mr. Beast ever sees this, I don't have personal beef with you, Miso Beef, but I just think it is such a bad look to be as famous, as popular, as well known, as wealthy as Mr. Beast, and to put down a creator that you clearly don't even know because you want to be on a list. Also, some of these lists sometimes, like, you don't even know who makes them. You don't know if it has anything to do with publicists or connections or whatever. Also, there is no way for you to tweet this out and not be putting someone else down to try to bring yourself up. Again, someone who, like, you're Mr. Beast. No one would even think about calling him like irrelevant or unimportant or not influential as a person. So why is this list getting to you in this way? And even if it gets you, even if you want to tweet and be like, why am I not on this list? You don't need to put someone else down in the process of doing that. I think it's petty. I think it's just such a bad look, man.
As a general rule, I think this goes not only for him, but like anyone. Don't put other people down to lift yourself up. Repeat it after me. Don't put other people down to lift yourself up. You end up looking insecure, petty. It's not. And also, they don't deserve it. Instead, for example, in that case, right? You want to be on this list. Don't put someone else down. You're Mr. Beast. Reach out. Hello, I noticed you did like a list. I was wondering what the criteria for it was. I'm very interested in, but if not, no worries. Have a good day.
Have
Like,
your publicist
be
reach
civil.
out.
Like, there's so many options, but it's just never, I promise you, it is never, ever, 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 ever worth it to put other people down trying to like make yourself look better. It's just not worth it.
Also, the internet nowadays is so insanely vast. It is massive. Meaning, someone can have an audience of millions and you might not even know them. For me personally, I have consumed many, many more clips or videos or content from Caleb, respectfully, than I have Mr. Beast in the last year. Does that mean either creator is better than the other? I'm not even one to say who is more or less influential, but I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't speak of someone in that way because, I mean, to me, Caleb's influencing me more. But I'm sure to many million others, Mr. Beast is influencing them more. Just depends on the person.
Be kind. Be kind. And that is the moral of, no.
Also, from a PR perspective, it's just not cute to tweet something like that out because I do feel like it's kind of just like airing out your insecurities. Plus, respectfully, as another creator who's been in this industry for years and years and years, who is sometimes on these lists, who is sometimes not, it really doesn't mean all that. I think it is a great thing to be celebrated, but if you, in your own right, are doing well, you shouldn't need to be on any list. You shouldn't feel that need as someone who is already so successful, has so many accolades, and is already so well respected in the scene. That's my personal take.
I'm sorry.
I will also say, again, if Mr. Beast ever sees this, we all have our moments of insecurity of whatever. That's fine. I just wish his didn't involve putting someone else down, is all.
He also has like, you got a bajillion eyes on you. Everyone's insecure, I think. Everyone has things, they're a little iffy about inside.
Yeah.
But some people will latch onto that harder because you are a massive public figure and that is just how the world works. Not that there's anything wrong with having things you have issues with, but you just have to be, I think, more careful. Unless you want to go, I don't give a shit, but clearly most people do.
Question.
What is up?
Since
Answer.
we're talking about not putting other people down, do you think in some way Rosanna ever puts Mr. Beast down?
Ooh, yeah, she does put, but I don't think she's putting him down to make herself. I don't know, actually. Is she? I don't know.
I get what you mean. I think that aspect is hard to tell because, well,
Like, does she?
I was gonna say on one hand, sometimes it's more like she's reporting on something. But on the other hand, literally in that very tweet, she does say he has something you don't, a personality,
That is true.
which is
Very put
maybe
down.
not
Yeah.
so nice.
I can't
I think
disagree with
people
that.
find it more acceptable because Mr. Beast is so
Big.
famous and popular
I agree.
and wealthy that to everyone else, it's like she's punching up. So it's okay.
That's true. People are more okay
But
if
if
you
you're
punch
punching
up,
down-
you can't punch down. That is
Yeah.
so true. There's not many more people who are more
But when
big.
you think about like the objective tweets themselves,
They're
I
not
wonder
nice.
If one, yeah,
They're
I
not
would say
nice.
they're both not nice.
They're both
yeah.
not nice. I agree with you. And it'd be kind of hypocritical not to admit so. I
Wait.
agree.
I saw the title was like he walks it back. Did he apologize? or
Yeah,
say
he
something?
did say.
Oh wait, can I see that?
He
Please?
did say,
I
oh,
think it's
after looking at his Caleb's content, I realized, like, oh, he's a really funny guy or something. And he made a little joke about it. He
Mhm.
said, not gonna lie, after this, I watched some of his stuff. It's actually good. I deleted a tweet. I don't want the smoke from the shooter. Spare me, please.
I don't love that wording because one.
No,
it sounds to me like he's only walking it back because he doesn't want the inevitable backlash, not because he thinks that what he did is wrong. And he's also saying like, oh, I watched his stuff and I like it, so it's okay. Okay, what if you watched their stuff and you didn't like it? I'm sure there are creators on that list whose stuff I don't watch or particularly like per se. That doesn't make it any less valid or worthy of being on said list.
he doesn't really say, like, hey, this wasn't kind of me to compare.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been a better
I understand that too.
reply. Me personally.
Hey, no matter what, in 100 years we'll all be dead. None of this will matter. Hey, you know what we can all do? We can all start being kinder to one another. And it really applies to like everyone in this situation. Anyway, I wanted to tell us now. So we were going to do a finance episode, so we asked you guys for financial stories,
And
but
we
we
will
kind
be
of
doing
got
it
carried away
hopefully next
yapping
time.
about other stuff. So next time, but we did get a lot of finance-related solas, so we are going to do one of those and then save the rest for next time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I love your podcast. I've been listening to it since it first came out. Thank you for any advice you can give me. I am a 24 female. I have been dating my boyfriend, who's 23, for a few years now. We've built a really beautiful life together in so many ways, but we keep hitting the same wall when it comes to money. The core of the problem is that he grew up in an environment where financial survival was everything, where every penny had to be accounted for. For him, money represents security and safety in a way I'm still trying to fully understand because I was lucky enough to grow up comfortably, so it's hard to see him in his own way. Lately, it feels like we can't even bring up spending without turning it into a tense conversation or a fight. To him, every dollar is a soldier not to be wasted on what he calls useless things, but what he sees as frivolous, I often see as a normal connecting part of a relationship. For example, I'll suggest a simple dinner out at our favorite casual spot, or finally catch that movie we've been wanting to see. Instead of excitement, I'm met with a calculation of the cost, the visible stress on his face, and the list of reasons why it's not necessary. We can make something just as good at home for a fraction of the price, he'll say. And logically, I know he's right, but emotionally, it starts to feel like my desire for a shared experience is being dismissed as a waste. Don't get me wrong, I truly love our cozy nights in. The fact that he loves to cook for us and that we curl up on the couch with a homemade meal and a movie is one of the sweetest, most caring parts of our relationship. It's cute. It feels intimate, safe. But sometimes I just want to get dressed up and be out in the world with him at a restaurant or at cinema. And the hardest part is the confusing mix of his actions. Even while he insists on staying in to save, he has this fierce, stubborn pride about paying for everything when we do buy things. Do you guys have any advice on how to tackle this problem?
The two wolves in me are fighting.
Okay, let's hear the wolves.
One wolf is saying, girl, this is bordering on red flag. Respectfully. Because as someone who's unfortunately seen a thing or two, I think it is really important to take in someone's mindset when it comes to money. It is not at all about how much money you have. It's about the fact that you and your partner should agree on it. I've seen relationships, marriages dissolve breakup, divorce over this kind of quote unquote penny pinching behavior, as you might say. And it's tough because it might seem like something that's manageable for now, but I think unless you guys can agree on what is the right way to go about it and both head towards that same mindset, I fear it's only going to get worse. Because how he views spending money with you is probably going to be how he views spending money maybe with your kids, or when you're married, or when you're pregnant and you want or need something, or you have a craving. He'll be like, no, don't buy it. Let me make it. And then you're going to get pissed off and you're going to be like, literally, your freaking sperm child thing is in me and you won't buy me a Dunkin' Donuts caramel latte, mother flipper. You don't, right? Like, you just want to be able to view things similarly. And unfortunately, actually, money is the number one reason that people divorce.
Understandable.
So I think you guys have to have a similar perspective on finances. But then the nice side of me is like, he is a result of his environment and how he grew up, and maybe there's a chance that he changes, but that is definitely dependent on whether or not he actually wants to, and whether or not he views your perspective as being in a way like more correct than his. I don't decide what is or isn't correct, but just saying, if it's something that he wants to work on and he thinks he'd rather be a bit more of your mindset, then maybe. What do you think?
Everything you said, I agree with. I feel like you touched on everything. You do. I feel like you do have to be on like the same page, and it will snowball, and you will build resentment. I don't think you're wrong for wanting to go out and just have a cute date once in a while. You know. Yeah.
Say more. What are your thoughts? Do you think that his mindset is like inherently worse than hers or more unhealthy?
I think it's a little unhealthy, yeah. And I understand, again, product of your environment. But if that's like negatively influencing your relationship, I think you should make an effort to come to a more similar page.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really try. Yeah.
So I think all you can do is have a conversation with him
And be empathetic.
to see, does he like being this way and does he want to be this way forever? Also, hate to be that guy, but be careful because he might say that he wants to change, but deep down he doesn't really want to. I've experienced that. And mind you, some guys can be this, for lack of a better term, frugal. But frugal can be good. I want to say like penny pinching in the sense that they don't want to spend on the people that they love. They don't want to spend on fun things. And they can be rich, or they can not have as much money and come from a less financially well-off background. It really does not matter. People like this exist no matter the financial circumstances, actually. It's just for you to find out, how does he really feel? Does he want to change at all? Of course, give him a chance, but if you don't see him actually progressing or working towards this, then maybe just know that's how he wants to be. And you might have to find someone who views things more similarly to you.
Reminds me of a Reddit thread I read
Mhm.
about a guy, and they're similar, except the guy was actually pretty rich.
Mm-hmm.
But then he always insisted on have everything, never bought her anything, right? And then he would say, like, it's because my ex used me for money and I don't want the same thing to happen again. And the girl's trying to understand. She's like, I understand, you know, you were hurt in the past and you don't want to be hurt again. But at the same time, I'm hurt that, oh, I found out you spent like this much on your ex and I don't even get half of that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like loved in a sense. You don't want to spend any money on me. And then he was like, oh, so you are using me for money too. Like, you know what I mean? And then she felt it so hard to communicate, and they ended up breaking up, unfortunately.
I do feel like it's common for people to bring baggage from past relationships into current relationships, guy or girl, and it's just the kind of thing that you don't have to be perfectly healed to date someone, but you do need to realize perhaps when certain issues are on your side of the road and they're for you to actively work on and progress on, and hope that your partner can be there for you throughout that. But again, you got to actually see them work on it and progress. Yeah.
Well,
Oh my God. Sorry, that reminds me also of a story that I did I did it on a show where they read Reddit stories. And it's actually, this should have been part of the ring part, but I still want to tell you about it because it's so good. So this girl has been dating this guy for a few years. He's pretty well off, and he doesn't really think twice about spending like significant money on them when they go on trips, birthdays, whatever. He proposes, but he proposes with a relatively small ring.
Okay.
Like, really, really small ring. But usually, he's not really frugal like that, so she's confused. She thinks about it. She talks to some people about it. She's like, I don't care about how nice the ring is, but I feel like he knows what I would like, and I know that he's well off. So I'm wondering, especially since a lot of people might see a ring as a reflection of someone's love, depending on how much they might want to spend, though that doesn't have to be the case. To me, ultimately, it's whatever the couple decides. Like, if you want to propose with a ring pop and both people are happy, it is what it is. But long story short, she felt it was significantly small to a suspicious extent. She's like, does he not know me? Or does he not really love me? Or, right? And she wondered so much, she made a Reddit post. She posted about it. The comments said this, the comments said that. She posts an update. She goes, thank you guys. I just wanted to get a second opinion before I spoke to him about it, because of course I planned to. I just wasn't sure if I was overreacting, yada, yada, yada. She says that she went and she said, hey, so I was wondering if we could talk about like the engagement ring that you got me. He very loudly goes, freaking finally. I thought you'd never bring it up. Took you so long. Proceeds to spiral and tell her he's been having an affair and he gave her a shitty ring because she wanted him to bring it up so he could make her sound like a gold digger and break up with her.
Oh my God.
Can you believe?
That's so sad, though.
When I first heard the twist, I was like, oh my God, he's gonna say, finally you brought it up. It was a prank. Yeah. Here's the ring. No. He spiraled, went fucking kooky beans, told her that he's been planning this because he's been with someone else. And he didn't want his family and the people around him to view him as like breaking up a perfectly good relationship. So he wanted to be like, she complained about the ring. I think she just wants me for my money. She's a gold digger, and then break up with her. But she took so long to bring it up that he did it.
Dude, you know the sad thing? I hear so many stories about when people cheat, they like make an artificial problem to, you know, as an excuse. Like, oh, they did this, so that's why I broke up with you. Like, they intentionally try to piss you off so that when you react in that way, they're like, oh, okay, this isn't working out, and they have an out or something. But that's so cowardly. It's so...
Okay, but isn't it also a little bit psycho that he said all of that? Like, he didn't just take the opportunity to break up with it, which already would have been bad. But also, you know, for my personal satisfaction and curiosity, I'm glad that it happened that way. So I knew why. And also for her, she gets more closure. But like, I wonder if there is a phenomenon by which once someone has been carrying enough guilt for enough time, they just want to let it out so bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And honestly, it just goes to show, like, she didn't even, like, immediately react, like, yo, this ring's too small. She was just, like, hemming and hawing, being like, oh, I mean, maybe blah, blah, blah. She was trying to give him, I feel like, the benefit of the doubt, too. And all this time, it was just an excuse for, like, for her to break up with him.
Also, how insane in the membrane do you have to be to propose to someone knowing full well you intend to break up with them?
I like that. Huh? How insane in the membrane. You were a poet.
Is that not crazy? Wow. That story's a TikTok clip.
That is
I feel like we should start saying that on the pod. It'll be a funny like callback, but also breaking the third wall. We're like, that's a TikTok. But also it is effective because it signals to our editors we should make that a TikTok. And then the comments just start going, oh my God,
we gotta go to
when
Patreon.
This person said this, that's a TikTok.
Go
Whatever, I get it. You hate spending time with me.
No,
thanks for watching, guys. We're gonna go to the Patreon.
Limit.
Wait, why?
I just have a lead lobby.
You have a...
I don't have
League of Legends lobby.
thanks for watching. We're
Thanks for
gonna keep
watching.
yapping
We
on
love
the
you so much. Please come
Patreon.
watch us yap on the
Bye.
Patreon. We say more juicy stuff there. I feel like I have to cut out half the stuff I said about Mr. Beast earlier.
Wait,
Bye.
one more thing. Did you see the Yard tweet?
No.
So good.
What did
They
it say?
tweeted, turned replies off. Hey, we're really sorry about what we said on the Patreon episode of The Yard. It wasn't blah, 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 to fucking bait people into
We should copy paste that.
We need to copy paste.
Can we copy paste that tweet? And then also no replies. And then Lily quote tweets with like, my first scandal. The first time I've ever really fucked up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We're about to say some shit. Go ahead, drop a slur, Lily. Wait, you emailed her after all of that?
Yes.
I love you. That's not bigger person. That's petty.
Clock it. It's Patreon. Spill the name.
And then he goes, it's okay. Like, just your chest is fine. What? Oh my God. We need to talk about that.